You're listening to JW Raw with Eminem.
There we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. Thanks for tuning in. As usual, we appreciate your viewership audience. Today's show, we have a couple of our fighters that are fighting tomorrow. We got Maurice in the house and Will in the house. Very excited to talk about Jackson Wink Fight Night 2.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Virtually identical.
Thanks for having us.
Virtually identical. You know what I say? And style-wise.
I look way better though. Way better.
When I say that, I'm talking about like your styles and like like I always compare them. Obviously, you guys probably the heaviest hitters in this gym by far. Like the underground kings. Like
Well, they
underground kings. They can take your head off.
They both look like they're. I think Maurice said it, they both look like they're on crack right now. They're much skinnier versions of they normally are. I mean,
they're cutting weight right now. They can't have water and stuff. So you know we're gonna have to drag some stuff out of them because they don't look the same.
They're not smiling as big as they usually are.
To be honest with you, I mean, this is the 185 fight, so it's not really that much of a cut. I mean, try seeing me at for my cuts for 170, you'll be like, whoa.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference, but this cut, believe it or not, wasn't hard like that. You know, I've been close to 188 to 190 for a while now, but I got sick, so eating a lot of soup, menudo. Ooh. It'll do it to you. Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll go, man.
For sure. It brought me back up a little bit, but nothing crazy though.
Yeah. So the weigh-ins are in a couple hours. That's why we're doing this a little earlier than usual, guys. But thanks for accommodating us and making that work. So we're going to be doing some weigh-ins, and now you guys can eat again, drink again, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. I was just I can't wait. I was just with my nutritionist, Dr. Anita. She is the best by far. She's made the cut easy. She's not only that, but she actually went out food shopping, went out her way, and
she even made the meals for us.
I saw that. I saw that.
Very, very, very grateful. I told her I'm with you to the end till
We're very proud. We're very proud of having her on the team, man. It's probably one of the best things that happened to the team.
We're having her on the show in a couple weeks.
We're gonna have it closer to Christmas.
Nah, man, she's the balls, man. Like hands down. Like I recommend her to anybody. She's like a mother to us, not only a nutritionist, nutritionist that works with us, but she's like a mother to a lot of us in the gym, and just not just because she's feeding us, but just the extra work that she's going out her way to. I mean, she sent me a picture of what she went and got yesterday, and that could have been easy.
Oh, you showed me that pictures, like fresh salmon,
everything,
vegetables, all kinds of.
I mean, she legitimately cares. She legitimately cares about you. You know, she checks up on you, see what your weight's looking like, calling, you having a bad day. You know, hey, cheer the hell up. You know,
yeah, it makes
so
you
it's
not
good
to
to have that type
man,
of stuff. You know,
when she's paying that much attention, there's no way you're going to cheat.
Exactly.
It shows. I mean, we're literally, and I'm not lying, bro. You'll concur, I'm sure. We have 100% weight cut ratio with her. I don't think we had a single person that did not make weight under her guidance. That's like a fact. Like
I can't miss weight either way. I'm next door to her, so
yeah. That's right. That's right.
I can imagine you missing weight. I can hear that banging on the door. Hey,
Maurice's apartment is directly next door to Dr. Anita, so the Dr. Anita and Miss Winklejohn there. So there's no messing around.
Yeah. Guys, about you, I always compare both of you. It's in my mind actually to be obviously very, very heavy hitting guys, right? Like you have this Mike Tyson type of style of fighting that I always compare to, like stocky guys, short, with very, very powerful, because you have to close the distance, come in forward, right, and knock the guys out. You both have mean hooks and stuff. Yeah. It's like how hard is that to always to be like, you know, the shorter guy and type of like and adapt to that type of style to where you have to come in, especially with taller dudes.
When you short, you know, it don't make a difference. You know, one thing you gotta know. See, there's a lot of people that's afraid to get hit. I think similar. He'll tell you the same thing. With us, we not afraid of contact because this is a contact sport. So once you knock that out the way and you start using your explosiveness and your speed, because being short has an advantage too. People don't know that.
Yeah.
So when people are swinging and they're swinging down and they can't really reach you, then what can they do? I mean, you know the only options there is kicks and knees, and then if you know that, then you know how to avoid or getting out of the way of them. So for me, you know, it's not really that hard. Once I get in there, then it's my, you know, I got T-Rex on anyway. It's my game. It's ready to go, you know. And it's similar. I would probably say the same thing with him. It's not really, as long as you're not worried about getting hit, then it's no biggie.
Yeah.
You use your head movement enough. The punches, when they do land, they're not going to hurt as much anyway if you're moving your head enough.
Because you, like I said, you both bob and weave. Like that's what always reminds me of Mike Tyson, because you have to kind of adopt that style where you like, you know, come in like that. So that's funny to observe actually.
Yeah, no, it's
and I think that generates a lot more power. That's why a lot of guys like you, I mean, you are the biggest knockout artist in this gym by far. You know, that people don't know about yet.
Both you guys,
but both, and
they'll know soon.
That's we got the knockout kings in the studio at the same time. How cool is that?
The great thing about that is early on in my career, like I obviously, you know, I'm a shorter fighter, we know that, but like getting adapted to it and like knowing what your style is actually obviously going against a tall guy. You know you gotta get in that reach, you gotta get in. But and then when I got here, the great thing about Coach Wink is that he doesn't try to take your style away from you. If anything, he tries to build on top of that and give you a stronger foundation so that you can build and keep building and become more of a dangerous fighter, a dangerous person in the cage. And that's what's, as of late, I've been here going on 2 years, so it feels like I'm getting better and better and better at the bobbing and weaving, at the closing the range, at this closing, getting in, you know, working on combinations and stuff like that. So it's been.
What? Man, sometimes I get jealous when I see him working with like Holly Holmes and stuff like that, because they get to throw all this fun stuff and they get to take a break and relax. And when he working with us, there's no relaxing. It's he got what's going in like tanks, and it's just like a constant thing, emotion of throwing and repetition. And,
I think you guys are fighting in 2 days, and Holly still has 30 days. So maybe that's the difference.
No, I'm just talking about the styles, just in general, how people can rest with our styles when you hold it. There's no rest. It's like
Winklejohn don't
5
rest,
minutes, we're not resting. It's like,
and what's crazy, you both are very good wrestlers, man. I know you personally, like very high level amateur wrestler on the national level that not a lot of people know about. That's funny, and you are all with you, man. You like freaking, you can't move like a freaking tank, bro. Like
man, it's a good thing actually, because we've all my fights have landed in the first round or by knockout or whatever, so you never see no wrestling. So true story, my last fight, which was with the hand that I fractured my hand in, the game plan was to go in there and out wrestle the guy, and we went in there, I moved, landed one punch, and I never went that far. After the fight was over, I looked at Coach, I'm like, Coach, I tried,
I mean, that was the game plan. Sorry, man.
I don't want you to think that I wasn't listening, but
opportunity knocked.
You highlight reel, both of you, man. We've seen all your highlights, man. I mean, I submitted all your profiles to UFC, bro. You're like on that level, man, that you can potentially be right there. So
man.
Hopefully this weekend brings nice and good smiles to your face, so we can continue going, because you guys both live here, so we like we see you every day. We know what we know what you do, guys. It's kind of like how was this accommodations, like staying here and being all together all the time? How's it working out? All right.
To be honest with you, I told you this all the time, Misha, and I'm gonna tell you again, not because we're live, but because this is what I strongly feel in my heart. I kind of feel like you saved me in a way. When I first put the inquiry out and I came out, you got to me, I think it was like within 24 hours, and around that time I was dealing with a lot of stuff back home. So when that text came over, I was like, it was like a fresher breath of air. I was like, word, I had talked to my coach back home, and before I even said anything about contacting over here or what, even sending me the invite to come train, I said, listen, I want to start doing cross training, and in your opinion, in your mind, what would be the best gym to start with? And it was crazy because the first gym he came out to was Jackson Wink. And then like 2 minutes after that, I sent him the email you sent me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you know, he gave me his blessing. Not only that, but then right then and there, I knew that this was the place I had to be in, because I didn't say anything to him. I just was like, yo, listen, I want to cross train. Where you think I should start at? I don't care where I gotta go. And the first place he said was here, and I'm already been, you know, invited. I was like,
talk about fate.
Exactly, right? I'm like, whoa, you know,
you belong here, man.
Exactly. So, you know, when I came over here, like I tell you, man, you know, I couldn't come right away because I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff. But eventually, I got all that settled out, and I came here, like you said, original state for 6 months. 2 months in, I was like, F that, man. I'm staying here. And
two years later, bro. Like
2 years later,
match made in heaven.
Yeah,
and I know you've been going through some
you
hard
know,
life too.
You know, my experience coming here. Here's the thing. See, when I came here, I didn't know I was gonna end up here at this precise gym. You know, I was dealing with another gym. You know, and I just felt like I was wasting so much time being at that gym. Everybody was telling me to go to Check Jackson's. I'm like, why? I'm gonna fight half of them. Why would I go over there? You know, this is my mind thinking like, why would I gonna show everybody who I am just to go join here? And so I didn't expect, you know, to come here. But then it was like, going around from gym to gym, there was like no competition, no work, no nothing. I was like, you know what? I just check it out. I came here, my first day here, I knew I was stuck. I mean, it wasn't a good introduction for me either, man. My introduction, it seemed like every giant in the gym came at me with everything they had. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah. You know, I go upstairs, I ice, come back down, act like ain't nothing wrong with me and everything.
Yeah, this isn't,
you know, try to put it away, act like, you know, ain't nothing wrong with me.
You be like sparing John Jones and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
you got, you know, I'm a 170 pounder. These guys are heavyweights and, you know, light heavyweights. But, you know, it was fun.
They baptize you by fire, as that's called. You know, they just throw you in there and you survive.
Ain't no easy day. Ain't no easy day.
Can you swim?
Can you swim? You know, so but you have to learn to swim fast. You know, so but I loved it though. You know, with the coaches, the family, the vibes, everybody. I came here. You know, I was like, you know, I went around. I ended up homeless out here in New Mexico for a while. You know, trying to find my way into this thing. You know, just figuring out. I just knew one thing. I was not going back to Chicago with nothing to give. So, you know, being here, how everybody just jumped aboard and just started helping me out with giving me the opportunity and the blessings of being here. You know, it's just amazing.
And that's what I say, you know, like Wink being the owner and stuff. I mean, this man gives chances, man, to people. It's just, it's up to you how wisely, you know, you're going to use it. I posted that the other day, too. It's like, I mean, how many chances can you get? But like, you know, he will give chances to so many people. He does it on a daily basis. As busy as he is, you know, and the things that he does, and we're all busy and we all go through. We have our differences here and there, stuff like that. But for the most part, we always stick together, man, and we do that thing. We try to help all the fighters. Anyone that needs help, there's no other way around it. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be successful. I think we would crash, especially in the environment that we are.
I try to tell you, like me and Will, we talk to these other guys because we're a little older than them, you know. So
people are looking up to you.
Actually, a lot of guys look up to you. Pretty much to some of the most respected.
The thing is about Will, I don't consider him as like a teammate. I don't consider him as I consider him as like my brother. So I tell everybody that that's my brother, you know. So it's no wrong he can really do to say or do in my eyes. Period. You know what I mean? Because I drive off motivation. When he get ready for a fight, it's like looking in the mirror, like I'm getting ready for a fight. I feel that way, you know. And I know it's vice versa because we do be each other big motivation. And in this gym, in this fight game, sometimes you do need that extra help, you know. 100%. Even if people, you know, they look at you like, oh, you're going to knock the guy out. It's still a fight. This dude is not going to go and just give you his chin, you know. He's going to fight back. So at the end of the day, you know, we go out here, man. And the thing is, we have a lot of similar things. You know, him coming from Boston, I come from Chicago. Everybody know how crazy it is out there.
Oh, no way.
And
Chicago,
you know,
is that what that thing is on your hat? Is this like some kind of
Bulls.
It's a cow or something?
Bulls. I take Chicago everywhere I go, man.
It matches you, Albuquerque.
I thought that was Bob Turner.
See, Albuquerque is my home away from home. I tell people that all the time. Cool. This is my home right here, so I love it. You know, I'm always welcome here. You know?
And we're glad
I really appreciate what you say, man. About when I know how it all played out, and I 100% remember.
You're gonna make Misha cry, man. And we don't want that on the air right now because. But I will speak.
We're trying to make a funny show.
Let me tell you something,
Will. Let me say something. The thing is, I wanted to elaborate on is, because you both come from very, very hard backgrounds, obviously, and your story pretty much almost made national news in regards to your background. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that or not, but I always like to cover it because it's just a testament to what the sport does to people and how it can turn your life around if you use your chances wisely, as I said. I mean, remember I told you when that article was posted about Shish, it was like I went on Russian social media, VK, it's like Facebook, it's like gazillion people, and I just, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go like and search and just Google Jackson Wink because I want to see like what articles are written about, because I around the gym, so I want to know what, I'm always on social media checking out, learning things and stuff. And then like when the story came out, it was like all over translated in Russian, and like every site was reporting that story. And I don't know if you want to talk about it, but it's like I love that story.
Nah, man, and that's what's up. Thanks. Nah, but like I said, man, the time that I'll go back into when you had gotten back to me, that when I said you kind of had saved me, because around that time it was like a real difficult time, and there was things that was happening back home. That a lot of things that was happening around me that it could have been a good possibly chance that I could have fell right back into that lifestyle, because a lot of my friends are still living that lifestyle, and I'm one of those guys that I feel like if I can help out, I can get the shit off my back to get one of my friends, especially someone that I grew up with, off that or away from that, then I'm doing my job as a real friend. But it just became too crazy. So when that, so when we got the invitation and then I came over here, it was a blessing in disguise. And when we talk about John Jones, the first person who I spoke to when I was here was you, Coach Wink, and out of the fighters was John.
He just came up to you, right?
He just came up to me. He made me, believe it or not, him and Little John, John Dodson, made my transition here a lot smoother.
Get over here.
Yeah, than I thought it was going to be, and it was just like, and it kept on, and then I ended up meeting Coach Bart. His family's been very good to me as well. And
Coach Bart, one of our wrestling coaches. Yeah.
It was great. You know what I mean?
You have 12 siblings, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is like yo.
No,
like how do you, 12, how do you stand out? You have 7?
No, man. That's why.
Man, you're so freaking similar. I didn't know. Yo, I'm sure you probably related somehow.
Will's story is it kind of proves that hey guys, if you send an email to us, we do answer it. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow.
Yes, it will be.
But we definitely,
it's 48 hours answer.
He was 24 hours.
Yeah, mine's just 24 hours, man. Like I said,
we'll get back to you on the when you send it. Actually,
Misha will be back to you in 4 hours.
48 hours.
4 hours.
No,
you better do it in 4.
I swear. I think
4 minutes.
I think it was before 24 because I filled it out at 8 o'clock at night, and by like 7 in the morning, I already had a response back. So it was shorter than that.
On there it says when you submit a form on the website, it gives you automatic answer. We'll get back to within 48 hours.
Or money back guarantee.
No, it was.
I try to get as fast as I can.
It was cool, man. But growing up for me, it wasn't easy though, man. I got, like Misha said, I got 12 brothers and sisters, 8 of us boys. A lot of my brothers, we grew up in that violent cycle, you know what I mean? That was what we was brought into, and that was what we took to pretty fast, and we became good at it.
Violence, you talking about gangs,
robbery.
You were in jail, right?
Yeah, I was in jail for a long time. And what made me, not only was I in prison, but I was in detention centers as well. I had a case, juvenile parole officer that still to this day I tell her she saved my life, because there would be times where, at that time I was playing the victim role a lot. A lot of, we had been through a lot.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, we had, you know what I'm saying?
System.
Exactly. And my parole, her name is Sue, and she literally like just pretty much sat me down one day and was just like gave me the, like, yo, Will, like, I'm here to help you, and like, what you want to do, like, I'm here for you, and I don't know exactly what it was. I can't remember that far back, but I know whatever she did, like, got through to me. And she gave me hope that someone's out there, is always out there to listen to somebody. And somebody will listen and someone will help you, but you got to put in the work. And it started like that, and that's how it started between me and her. Like, she would take me on job interviews. She would help me at the time. Wow. I didn't know how to fill out applications. She would help me. She would literally like take time out of her day, or she'll be working, would leave work or whatever, or probably on the job. I don't know, And she would go with me and do this, and every time I was out for 6 months, she would congratulate me. She would take me out to eat, or she would buy me clothes, and And we just kept on building that relationship that we still have to this day, if not even stronger.
Very
And
cool.
it's just been like that. And then you know what? I ended up getting arrested again. I ended up going away for a long time. And then at that time of being in prison, you see, I can't do it no more. I was in a gang block, and a lot of the kids that were with me were around my age. We went up there at 17, but and it was funny because for about 2 to 3 weeks, if not a month, I couldn't sleep. Not because I couldn't sleep, but because of the crying that I heard banging, going against the walls from some of the kids that were never coming home.
Wow.
Doing 25 years, doing life sentences, second degree. You know what I'm
Christ.
saying? So that to me was a wake up call, and I was like, yo, I gotta do something different. I don't want this for the rest of my life. And not only that, but I got a lot of nieces and nephews that are following our footsteps, and
Yeah, they're looking up to you.
It's actually
Exactly.
giving me goosebumps.
No,
Just
man,
picture,
and
just picturing that, bro.
And I wanted to be the one to give them an opportunity that they can do it too. So, I put a plan together within myself, and it all started with working out. Believe it or not, I was a power lifter. I started doing powerlifting in there. From powerlifting, I was doing bodybuilding. And then what I was doing, I was setting little small goals for myself. I was like, you know what, this week I want to gain, or I want to put up, I would say maybe 250. I would put up 250, and then my goal next week would be 350 until I got to my max bet, which was my bench was going to be, I wanted it to be a 405. I ended up getting it. My deadlift was 485 for a little guy. I mean, that's a lot. You know what I mean? So, but by me setting these goals and accomplishing them, I started to build confidence. And then when I did that, I was like, yeah, you know what? I can do this. So now those little goals turned into life goals and accomplish. So what I did was before I was like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start making a change from within here, from inside the wall. So my time left, I didn't call home. I didn't do anything. I depended on myself to do everything. So I figured if I'm gonna do good, I gotta start in here. So when I get out there, I don't gotta depend on no one to help me to do this or take me to do anything like that. So that's what I did. I pretty much trained myself to depend on myself. I needed something, I go hustle it. I go get a hair. I even learned how to cut hair, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, I learned how to cut hair with a razor and a comb. Just to, I was out, just because I didn't have nobody sending me money. I didn't have no car. I didn't have no visits, and I didn't care about that. I just wanted to rebuild me. I read a lot of self-help books and whatnot. And then I got before I got out, I was part of a program that's called Project Youth. A lot of the kids from the street that were like at
Project Youth, is that a national thing, or is that just out there in Boston?
It's in Boston, but
Okay.
it's all national. Like you hear like the Scared Straight that you hear now. It's not Scared Straight, but it's similar to that, but no screaming or nothing like that. A lot of kids come in from the street and we go out. A bunch of us go out and tell our stories, and we just have a great dialogue with them, and we just give them second time to think about stuff. I got out and I dove right into it. I've always wanted to fighting runs in my family. I got my dad was a wrestler. My uncles were Golden Glove boxing champions. My uncle was the first cruiserweight champion for Puerto Rico in 1975. I mean,
holy cow.
It runs in my family pretty deep. So, and since I was a kid, I've always fought in the street. And I just wanted to, and one guy in prison, I was like, I told him what my dream was. And he straight out and told me, he was like, why can't you still do it? And I was like, I never answered him or nothing like that, but I always took it with me and I held it with me, and I still do it to this day. And I got out and I got out at 26. For boxing, it's considered too old, 26. So I tried MMA and fell in love with it. And I just kept on doing it. I started getting success. I was really doing good, knocking people out. Really, and then my head got too big. I thought I knew more than my coaches, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of, ruled me for a little bit. I took some losses that I should have never lost to. I was fighting, at the time I smoked I was smoking marijuana, and that's all I wanted to do. And then I thought I can come in and be in shape and fight. And it's just, my head got too big. I had to get humbled, in other words. All that happened, and then in that process, I ended up getting hurt. Because I was doing so good for myself. My city, my hometown city, approached me with an opportunity for a job, and I became a director of a youth program for my city that works with the kids between the ages of 14 to 24, and it was great. We started doing real good. It was going real good. Now I'm having lunch with judges, probation officers. They're calling me to come to court and stuff like that. I felt kind of But after our first year, man, it seemed like it was more about a profit than it was about helping our kids. Yeah. And for me, coming from that background, I kind of felt like I couldn't be a part of something like that. So I just took off. And then by then, I was already healed. And I dove into MMA full time again. And then I found myself here now in Jackson, going for 2 years. And I don't care if I lose 20 times. I'm not leaving here until I'm done fighting. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
Because it's like never-ending struggle of like fight with yourself though. Like that's what like a lot of people don't understand, that when you're growing up in a certain way. Like I grew up certain ways too, man. Like you get confined in your circle, and it's very hard to get out sometimes. And and then when you get older and older and older, it's like, you win some, you lose some, you win some, you lose some and stuff. It's just like never-ending battle, But at the same time, if you're hard at the right place, which yours are, and you're always trying to better yourself and learn from, and not fall back where you were, which is a big thing.
I'm happy you got away from that gang life and the problems that were going on over there in Boston. And gangs are crazy, man. And once you get sucked in, it's tough to get out. I understand that. And
being a police officer for 25 years, I mean, I'm sure you can tell stories.
No,
too.
man, it's real though. And the thing about it is that especially now, like especially now and today, like and this is just my message. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're always gonna paint the picture perfect for you. Oh, we're gonna have your back if you get arrested. We're gonna send you canteen. If you do this, we're going to have your back. We're going to do this. We're going to go visit you. We're going to take care of you. That's all bullshit, man.
First time you go to prison, you look around.
You don't take care of yourself.
That's all bullshit, man. That's all bullshit.
And Maurice, I was about to ask you. Yeah,
I exactly concur with that. I do, because like he's saying. See, that's why it's like looking in the mirror with him a lot. Not more of the physical aspect, but just everything he's saying, I can relate to. Were
you doing the gang life out there?
Well, I grew up in the exact same situation as him. I didn't do
Chicago.
It's different. You got kids with AKs on top of roofs out there, and it says the police don't go down certain streets. You can't go down certain spots.
Well, you guys are the murder capital of the world.
I know exactly what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done 13 years. I did a year in prison before. I did a year. Same sort of thing. Out of all things get locked up for though. It's no such thing as saying, going to prison is a good thing. But what it does define who you are. Because you got nothing but time to sit back and think about it. And you, like he said, you can't sit up here and cry and make up excuses and say this, because you did the crime, now it's time to do the time, pretty much. So you sitting there, you got nothing but thoughts and times, and sit back and think about, look, man, I put myself here. So you start playing the blaming the excuse thing. It's like, man, it's you. You got to fix this. You got to do it. See, when you see, for me, it was really deep due to the fact that I had one of my kids was just born at the time, and I'm locked up. I couldn't spend time with him, and all of this stuff over petty stuff, and I'm doing a whole year behind bars,
Right.
And you wasting talent, and you see the most talented people in there. The greatest artists, the greatest this, the greatest that, and you back here and you holding the talent yourself, and you like, I don't want to live with regret. So I told myself, like, when I get out, I'm hitting it full course. I'm not stopping. I'm going to dream big. I'm not letting no one take this from me, and the difference between the kids, like y'all just know, about a few months back, my two best friends got killed in Chicago. I had to go out there, their caskets side by side. I was hurt. These are guys that, that stay away from trouble. They're there building businesses, and they both get killed the exact same day.
Oh, wow.
So I had to fly out there in Chicago and put my two best friends to peace. But then I'm constantly getting calls of other people that I was close with dying, and it's a constant repetition of this. And it's like the youth don't see a way to dream or anything, but they look at us like we idols and we celebrities because we went as far as they probably never gonna go. And so I feel like we're obligated to hold that standard up to show the youth that, listen, no matter how hard it is, I know what you're feeling like, I know what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? I've grew up, I've been through this too, man. Follow my lead, because no one wants to take on the responsibility of helping the youth out anymore, and no one cares.
Yeah.
So everybody is so petty and selfish on themselves now, and then the kids don't have the guidance. They're forced to be man before their time.
Before they're ready,
Before they're ready.
Their brains are even ready for that.
Yeah, so it's kind of nuts, man. And, if it wasn't for the Harvey Twisters for me, that's why I got T4L across my ribs. Everybody asks me, what does T4L stand for? What's that, Thug for Life? No, it means Twister for Life. Harvey Twisters, everybody know. Israel Martinez, one of the coaches there, he talk about him all the time. He was one of our rivalries. We see wrestlers out there, we dominate, destroy, seek and destroy, and we don't, in our neighborhood, the only blacks that go out, we travel around all parts of the nation. We've been in Olympics, we've been nationals, we've been everywhere. We got the most coming out of our program. We have the most people to win national D1 colleges titles coming out of this one program in the nation ever. You know, and it's still progressing. It's still going. So for me,
you talking about Easy Style?
Yeah, Izzy style. Yeah. Izzy will tell you
really
about
powerful program.
Yeah, Izzy will tell you. So Izzy is one of the craziest, sickest wrestlers out there. But he was a rivalry of ours coming up. So we used to face him all the time in the finals. Every time he was
kept
in the
winning.
finals,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
So you guys,
hey, Izzy was a rival of us. He was always the one that was. No one really beat a Twister, but Izzy always did.
And now,
so he was a rival of
and
ours.
now you're kind of on the same team as him.
Hey,
with
I love Izzy, man.
He's here once a month at least, coming in to help corner
I love him, man.
coach these guys.
You know, your stories are very inspiring. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just crazy. I was like, the other day I was talking to someone and they were bringing up some guy at some gym with like background or something, you know, stuff like that. And people like, well, these gyms need to screen people, you know, and bring. I'm like, if I had to screen everyone, you know, there'll be like 5 people left. So this is about giving chances.
It's
Man. Like as long as you don't repeat it and you love, because like you've been both here for so long, and I have nothing negative to say like about anything in regards to or anyone complaining or any like criminal activities. Nothing, never, because it seems like, and I mean you have things here and there. Obviously, people are people, right? But for the most part, it's like we don't have anything like this because you guys are coming from it, and you in control. Will literally is in charge of the dormitories, and people look up to him, and they're like, I'm not fucking with that dude, man.
When you done been through that, you
been through some shit.
When you do not want to deal with that bull crap. Like, dude, I come from Chicago. I'm not bringing it here. When I see one of these guys acting stupid, man, I let them know real quick. Listen, my man, we fighters. I will slap the hell out of you. Excuse my language, but I will slap the hell out of you. Do not bring that around, man. Good. I don't want to see no parts, no
I'm here
traces.
To turn myself around because this place gives you a chance to turn yourself. Why the fuck am I going to?
If we did background checks on everyone that came in here, we wouldn't have anyone in here. So
that's why this sport is like boxing too, man. Boxing, you know, everyone, you know, boxing used to be known the poor man's sport, right? I mean, MMA is a little bit more advanced to a certain extent. It's taken over.
Still need knowledge.
But it's you turn to it. It's like a savior. It's a tool. It's a tool to save yourself and get away from everything because there is a chance at the end of the tunnel. There's a purpose. You have a purpose.
You can build what you want out of it.
Yeah.
One thing that I wouldn't say I struggle with, but I have a hard time with this. It's like, okay, let's just say someone got in trouble and okay, they have a past. Okay, that person went away, did whatever time or whatever. That man or that female already paid
their dues
by doing however time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep using that against them for the rest of their life, especially if they're making a difference within their community,
exactly,
or within people, or within, you know what I'm saying? Like you know,
here, sorry, bro. Here, just like I think admired it more. That someone with a background like this and with a past like this came looking for help, for assistance, and turned their life around. We admire it more. No one's going to be like, oh, bro, stay away from him, you know.
Yeah.
But
no, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know, most people in the real, in outside this doors,
yeah,
like,
no, man.
He's pretty. I don't want, don't do this. Probably this and that, you know, not to say anything.
No, it's crazy.
But, like, you never have anyone here who's going to freaking, like, you know, say, hey, you, bro, no, you just stay away, you know, we don't like you.
No, man. The great thing.
Doors are open.
No, for sure. The great thing about this, and this is funny, man, because the great thing about being here, not only in Jack Swing, but in Albuquerque, like, people ask me, like, yo, you like Albuquerque? I'm like, listen, man, it's a lot different from what I'm used to, but I like it though because and people, it's real bad. I said, listen, man, I don't want to hear that. Listen, every town has its bad parts, period. Especially, and then if you come over here looking for it, of course you're gonna find it.
It's 100%.
Of course you're gonna find it. I mean, me to this day, I mean, if I'm walking through the street and I kind of feel like someone's coming up and looks kind of shady, I'm crossing the street.
It's easier.
I'm crossing the street. I mean, it's not doesn't make me less of a man, but I'm all set, bro. I don't.
You don't want to know.
No,
well, that's one thing
Plus
about it.
You know what you can do.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Like, no, bro. Like, I've actually literally had to be like, listen.
You don't
please,
know.
man. You just please, can you want a beer or you want a soda or something? I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill, B. Like, I don't.
You know, when I was in New Jersey too, like I used to go to Patterson to train. Like I was in a decent area and I was surrounded by like those Irvington, like you know, like New Jersey has some Irvington, like Patterson, like freaking Camden and all those like bad areas, right? Like, and like I can't like, and it is, you know, there's not. It's not like this bunch of guns like here. I'm sure people have guns and stuff, but you know, I think it's way more way more
Those damn
dangerous in
guns.
some areas. But I used to carry like my gym's card, and if anyone ever like wanted to challenge me and shit, I'll just hand them a card and just say, bro, you want to like take care of him and come in, sign the waiver.
Man,
I'm not going to jail
Hey.
because it used to be there. Because I don't look for fights. I don't look for fights. I don't want none of that. I have a kid. I have a family, bro.
Man.
Dude, stay away, please.
My mom always told me, man, you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So it's kind of like, man, you don't want no trouble, man. You just like me either, man. Let's not
Tired
make
of
this
trouble.
Hey, we don't want to deal with none of this. So yeah, man, it's just the maturity level of most people got maturity. Well, I ain't gonna say most people. Smart people do. A lot of like yourself, and we're like this guy right here was talking about. Same thing. It's like, man, look, you don't want to deal with any offset drama and whatsoever when you done been to the utmost, craziest, silliest. It's like all you want to do is sleep, relax,
and just make something for yourself.
and just do the basic stuff. Be happy.
And I think that's why Albuquerque has
That's
become
why I love
such
comedy.
it's been such a great fight city because there isn't a whole lot of other stuff to do in Albuquerque. You're coming from the cities that you guys came from. There's just not the same activities you can do. So
It's good.
Gives you
though.
time to
It's
just
good.
concentrate
it
on
keep you
what you
away
do.
from.
Yeah.
It keep you away from. You can see. That's why I tell people in Albuquerque, you could be exactly what you want to be if you can take the time away and you can spend time to yourself and you can focus and zone in whatever craft that you're doing and you do it to the utmost. And you put 100% in it. Albuquerque is one of them cities that jump behind you, that'll represent and that'll take you on if you serious about it. And so that's one thing I love about Albuquerque. I've been all over to state and everything, trying to find what's what. And when I moved out here to New Mexico, it was like, wow, you don't have to live in a fast lifestyle where you gotta rush. You can, if the people they take you on like that, like if they know you serious, like just for example, leading up for this fight, I don't have a manager. My own accord, I go out, I get like 8 sponsors on my own accord, just introducing myself to people. People just jump behind just because. Wow. Why? They believe in you. And they would like positive stuff. So it's not no reason for you to have to get into anything crazy out here unless you want it. You go looking for it. You looking for trouble. You want to go one of them dudes that party all night and hang out with gangs and stuff. Of course, you're going to run to that in every state. Yeah. Every state. Yeah. So
and you do get a lot of sponsors actually. That's
a lot. And this gym have a lot to do with it because they know anything that has to do with.
It's the only professional team in town, and you're represented.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
I love Albuquerque's been good to me, man. Like I said, I'm going on 2 years now in February, and Albuquerque's been. I can't ask for anything more. I feel like I'm from Albuquerque. That's how long. It hasn't even been that long.
You know what, Will? The cool thing about that is you're actually giving back to the city by being a coach and a mentor to children with over at Wink's Gym. I mean, we get comments all the time on social media. I know we don't tell you about it, but it's happening. We get a lot of comments talking about what a great coach you are and what a blessing you were to have you introduced to their kids, and they're proud. They're proud to have you as a coach out there.
Man, as a matter of fact, there's a question. There's a comment about Will.
I think on the live feed, I did actually see somebody.
Coach Will has been great at helping out kids.
Jorge Cisneros. This is
Beyond that, he's a super nice dude. Pura vida. What does that mean? Pura vida.
Por vida, probably. It's for life. You're a nice dude for life.
We'll support you tomorrow.
Nah, man, it's crazy because I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest with you, man. Sometimes, after training here, if it's, after getting 2 or 3 sessions in and then going over the wings, I'm dead beat tired, man. Yeah. But when I walk through those doors and I see those kids' faces, I'm not tired no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, and it's just been great. Just not long ago, we promoted a bunch of kids from their white belts to their yellow belts, and I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but when you guys are back when you guys were graduating, and then you guys look back and you see teachers crying and stuff, and you're like, but why is she crying? This is my moment. You know what I'm saying? But now I really understand what that means. And because I felt like crying too. I was like, you gotta be strong, Will. You gotta be strong. You know
It's impossible to be strong when you're watching your kids.
It's funny.
It's like I'm about to knock this dude out, but I'm these kids, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I looked at one of the ladies too that works with us. Her name is Donna, and we look at each other, and she's over there like fighting it too. I'm like, I'm not the only one. And but it's just been great. Shout out to Coach Wing for giving me such an honor and responsibility and making that possible. And it's just been great, man. I've been out here. I've been on the news a couple times. I'm actually trying to, because my heart is giving back to the community, giving back to especially kids that were in my situation growing up. So I have a plan that I'm trying to work out with Coach Wink so that we can, start working, trying to create something so that we can go to, I don't know, maybe the Attorney General or someone that with a plan in terms of trying to put like some type of care package so that we can go and talk to them to see if we could do some type of intervention with some of the kids out here. So.
Well, he's coming here. We're doing an interview with Attorney General.
Yeah, you have to pop in when the Attorney General's here next week, I think, or so.
Great, man.
He's coming here.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've been because I go to the sauna every week just to relax and stuff like that, and I've met some people from Job Corps. I met a teacher from an alternative school, and they all we started off a dialogue. We exchanged numbers. They want me to come in and do guest speaking, but I want to do more than just do guest speaking because I do public speaking as well. But I want to do more than that. I want to be able to get in there, get in the trenches, and build these relationships with these kids, and let them know that they have another option, that they have another choice. Which right now some of them may think that they don't have, or they might be playing the victim like I once was, and just to help them, direct them, and give them something better, and give them an outlet that they can build and grow off and become whatever they want to be in life.
Well, you certainly have a good platform here to do that. That's what's good about it, man. So you both, everyone.
With kids got to play. Kids got a time span. See, that's one thing. It's certain things I love about life. I love kids. I love animals, and I love old people. So.
Just keep talking, guys.
With that being said, me loving kids, animals, and old people. I love old people because no matter what, if they're an ignorant ass person, they're gonna be ignorant to their dying day. You're gonna get the legitimate truth out of them no matter what. If they don't like you, they're gonna tell you they don't like you. It's not gonna change. With kids, they don't know how to do dirt unless they have to be taught that.
Exactly.
So you can turn a kid into, mold them into something great by being a mentor and a good role model in their life. So when you're dealing with kids, kids don't just come out badass kids.
That's true.
People say that. They just say they teach them that. They teach them the person.
They're products of their environment.
Yeah, they are products of that. So you can really turn this kid like, look, man, hey, don't use that language. Pull your pants up. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
You can do that with these kids and show them how to respect. I remember one of my mentors was this dude named Mr. Stanberry. He taught me how to play chess when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
I ended up using those same strategies in life. I've been playing chess in high school on the chess team, and I just playing in tournaments. And it's one of them things that it took someone on the other side, because growing up in the households like we have grown up in, seeing people throwing out the windows, mom head busted over, crackhead, that, Christ. All this stuff. Then you see this positive side, this person take you to the side, bringing you food, don't have to bring you this stuff, and showing you that they care. Those things make a big difference in kids' life, And with animals, same thing. They, you throw a cat out, cat gonna keep coming to your door over and over and over, even if you be mean to it. Or same thing with dogs and animals. They legitimately know who's nice. They'll even defend you when bad things come around, even if they don't know you, if there's a bad guy around. And it's just so. These things, that's why I love, working with those type of people and environments. My type of people, I hate to say it, people in my age range, and you get to 27 and 30s to the 40s, it's like they lost. Yep. They're just lost. Yep. There's no helping this person.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks, as the saying goes. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the fights this weekend. Will, what do you know about your opponent? Who is this guy?
I don't know his last name. I don't quite spell it right, but I think his first name is Omar. He has fought one of my teammates.
Omar Costa.
Omar Costa.
Yeah.
He's fought one of my teammates. He looked It wasn't an easy fight for Josh, but Josh pulled out.
Was that Josh Moreno?
Was it
Yeah,
Josh?
it was Josh Moreno.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it was Josh Moreno. I was there watching the fight. I was. It wasn't an easy fight for Josh. I think Josh put him away, but it wasn't. I think it was in the second round, but it wasn't an easy.
Is he striker, grappler?
I think he's more of a grappler. He got some decent striking, but I think he's more of a jiu-jitsu guy than anything. I've said this many times, and I will continue to say it. People that come in the cage or people that come to fight and just come to show up and fight, to me, those are the most dangerous persons.
Of course,
because
they're in there to rip your head off.
Exactly,
You're going to do the same. Right?
No, because you have these guys that they want setup fights, or they want tune-up fights, or they want it's like, no, man,
No
like
such thing.
we ain't doing that. But this particular person, in Omar, he brings that energy in.
So it's gonna be an exciting fight.
Yes, it is gonna be. Not only that, man, but I mean, this is my first fight back since my hand injury, since my last fight that happened in June. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Not only that, man, but I'm excited for it to be finally in Albuquerque. I've been trying to get a fight out here since I've been out here, and I feel like the time is right. The time is right now, so that's why it's happening now.
Yeah.
Like again, I want to give a great thanks to Lenny Fresca's promotion, Coach Wink for making it happen, for getting me on the card. Albuquerque, man, I kind of feel like I love Albuquerque. I just want to send a shout out to them. I mean, I'm still new to the area because I don't really get out much. My life consists of training.
As it should. Yeah.
And all your tickets sold out.
Yeah, and
everything's sold out.
And like I said, I got close to 100 people showing up. So
that was so cool.
That's, to me, that's like, I'm like,
that says a lot.
I'm shocked.
Right,
I'm shocked because I'm like, whoa, I sell that many tickets, 100, 200 tickets back home, and I'm able to do that. My first fight out, I'm able to do that in my first fight. It's like, whoa.
People believe in you.
You know what I mean? So
we're very excited to see you live.
I'm expecting a lot of bobbing and weaving and a lot of hooks.
I'm just glad
with the tempo.
I'm glad we don't have to tune into some weird channel.
I have a feeling he's going to pull. I have a feeling he's going to pull guard instantly, because I would.
No, man.
So, like jiu-jitsu guy.
But it's going to be a great night, though, man. Everybody in the Albuquerque area, man. If you guys are out there on the 505, New Mexico area, man, please come out and support, man. Not only am I fighting, man, but we got a lot of local talent.
Starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow at Slaughter Casino and Resort.
Yeah,
right here in Albuquerque.
We have a very interesting event on Diego Sanchez versus the Shermanator.
Yeah, man, that's listen, man, the Shermanator.
This is, I mean, as much as I love Diego, but I go with
Shermanator
by whatever he wants.
No.
By whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Shermanator.
The Shermanator is a local legend, bro.
Yeah,
he beats the shit out of everyone here.
Yeah, man.
We can't contest.
Legit,
I mean,
man.
Diego's only brave.
Either of you guys at the spar with Shermanator yet?
No, Diego's only brave enough to step up and take the challenge, man.
I backed down already, man. Hey, he
was offered many fights, man. It was a long negotiating process. Everyone kept turning him down. Diego just stepped up, bro.
He's such a lovable guy.
Yeah, man. I see him all the time.
You can't escape his hugs, bro.
No, man. I was about to say that. Like, I saw him the other day in the press conference, and I tried to give him a dab, and he was like, no.
Yeah,
and again, open hand.
Coach Wink actually brought that up yesterday. He's like, he came up to me for the first time, and I went out to shake his hand, and he's just a hugger.
Yeah,
I mean, he doesn't believe it.
It's funny because me and Mark, we were on Thanksgiving. We went to Santiago Casino to meet some friends, and we're strolling through Casino. It's very busy, and we just seeing this little guy just running through by himself, like in the casino. Everyone coming, he sees us like big hugs and stuff, and then you see him. You see everyone in the casino coming up to him, giving him hugs, giving him high fives, giving him pats on the back. I was like, yo, sure, man. I'm hanging out with you more.
He's a celebrity,
he's a straight up celebrity. Like, seriously.
We built him an Instagram, and
he's got like
5,000 things within the first week.
Wow. That was like 7,000 followers.
He's an easy guy to love, man. He's an easy guy to love, man. And you always want the best out of him, man. Because he bring the best out of you, no matter what, man. You know. Now, as far as my fight goes, a guy is a legitimate guy, man. The guy that I'm fighting, he's a veteran.
What's his name?
Andrew Capella.
Okay.
He's a veteran, clean striking. I think he was like 20-0 or something like that in Muay Thai.
Wow.
Stands pretty tall on a lot of shots and stuff like that. and he like to walk his opponent down. Now, for me, that's no biggie if he wants to walk me down because I'm not walking back. So if he goes to walk me down, it's going to be, hell, welcome to my domain now. You makes it easier for me. Most, if he's smart, I'm pretty sure what he will do after the first exchanges, he'll get on his feet and start running, and start moving and trying to play it from that. So from that, I can't tell you guys my game plan because I don't know if this guy's toning in, but we do have a game plan for this guy. And for me, I feel like, training at the best gym in the world, he's not going to present or bring nothing that I haven't seen already. Period.
Where's he from? Is he Texas? Or
I don't know where he's from. He might be from another country, but he's training in Denver, Colorado right now.
Wow, okay.
So he's training. I expect a war because, they got good gym out there in Denver, Colorado, and high altitude too. So I'm expecting for him to bring a war. And knowing that I'm coming up to 85 from 70, I'm expecting him to think that he's going to be able to bully me around too. So, and if that's the case, being he got another thing coming.
Well, he doesn't have the elevation advantage because we're both at a mile high. So if he thinks that that's going to play into his corner.
No one's bullying you, that's for sure. Both of you, man. That's not that ain't happening. So
and then like I said, when we stacked up with all this Albuquerque talent, and I'm sitting here with my brother. We fight on the exact same card.
That is so cool.
We motivation to each other. So I got to set the tone. If I go before him, I'm setting the tone. If he go for me, I know he's setting the tone.
Do you know the card order yet?
I know Chris's. I think Chris is first. He's second. I'm after him.
Chris Brown.
So therefore, there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go light it on fire then. So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna show them what this Jackson's about. A lot of people, everybody know what it's about, but I don't think they met the underground people yet. So
that's why we gave a title for today's show, Underground Kings.
He wasn't saying that last night in the sauna though. Oh my God, man!
Hey, listen, man.
This guy, man.
That's a different part of the game. That's behind the scenes.
This dude right here. Hold on. Wait a minute, man. I don't know how people do it. Listen, I'm old school, man. I believe in putting on the bag or the sauna suit, and I'll go running.
Yeah.
That heat shit. Miss me with that. I can't do it. I'd rather run 3 miles. I ain't sitting.
Guys, listen, quick question. If you had to combine all your fights together, how many fights you had? I mean, you probably can't even count, but all together.
Wow.
You're talking about
all of it. As many
street fights.
How many times you threw hands, both of you, together? Give an approximate number.
It's been times I done fought like 5 at once. I don't know. I have no clue.
I would say...
I mean, shit, look at Will's hands.
Just to be nice.
They've turned
Show your hands to cameras. Look at those scars, man. Look at those hands.
Both these guys.
Scar.
That's a lot of fights.
Just to be nice, I grew up fighting, man. That's all I did. I mean, we was even, going around when I was a kid with boxing gloves, and on the streets, I think I was like 12-0. With just us, as my friends and stuff back. And that's just that, not alone all the fights that we've had. So I would say about, just to be nice and it's more, I know, but I say about 50.
Yeah, you're so humble.
But that's 50. Just 50. But that's way more than that.
I can honestly tell you, I cannot put a number on it. Fighting family members,
growing up in Chicago,
fighting street people,
fighting city,
bars, clubs, college. I could not put a number on it. I never knew when a fight might break out. Yeah. I just you got
to fight for the honor of that team too, man. Wear that thing around.
My God, man. I can't. That's why I tell people all the time. I'm like, I love fighting. I have a passion for fighting. I love it. You can't be in a sport without loving to do it. Yeah, but when I retire, I'm not gonna miss it. When I retire, I'm sitting back and I'm getting big. I used to talk about people this person gained so much weight when he retired and this and now I'm on the other side like I understand you now.
And people are talking about that now with Conor McGregor. I mean, you guys heard the news about Conor. I mean, I guess
wild
the Irish Mafia put a hit on the guy.
They won $900,000.
The guy's so rich, he doesn't need to fight anymore. I mean, he may want to fight, but I mean, it goes to what you just said. I mean, he
that's another level of troublemaker.
Yeah. But so much money, man. Even when you getting money, I understand that you want to enjoy your money. But even when you get money, you got to remember what brought you there. Yeah. And for Conor McGregor, he grew up in a homeless situation too, right? Yeah. He was on EBT and all that stuff. So the thing is, there's other kids and other fighters out there and people that look up to you. If you get rich and you're not giving back and helping nobody, then what good is your justice on you being, rich for? What purpose are you serving in society to people, period. My thing is, I'm one of them guys, like, I have a passion for helping people too, because, some people are not in control of their surroundings, their situations, their things. I wasn't in control of the family I was given. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But God blessed me with a family that legitimately care. I grew up, I got adopted. I'm not ashamed of that, at a late age. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for my mama who took me and adopted me, who I love gratefully, it wouldn't be no me. It would not be me. She put me in Sylvia Learning Center. Didn't know how to read. She put me in Sylvia Learning Center. She taught me how to dream again. She got me through college, where, I didn't even expect to go to college. No one in my biological family ever went to college.
Well, the fact that you call her mom is says a lot too. I mean, that is your mom.
Well, definitely, everyone has a story to tell, man. It's very pretty inspiring, actually, that we got to hear this. Actually.
So you get rich, man. If your life is not serving justice to anybody else, it's like, man, what is it for? And I'm not saying that I want you. You should be able to enjoy yourself. Go buy y'all. Go have fun. Enjoy it. You worked hard for it. Cheers, my man.
Be smart with it. Man.
Yeah, but don't get into it with the mobsters though. Wait,
all you did leading up to this just to fuck up like that. That's a true story, man. Like shit.
And it's not for nothing, right? And I respect McGregor and all, man, but he's been getting into all types of trouble, right? And to be honest with you, I feel like he ain't getting the same heat like John Jones be getting.
Isn't that the truth?
And it's I mean, I'm not trying to start anything or nothing like that, but that's honestly, I honestly do feel that John Jones is my teammate. That's my brother from another mother. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm not saying that the things that he has done in the past. He's we all have a past. We all have a past, and we what I'm saying. But again, I mean him. Before this, what you talking about that mafia hit? Before that, he slapped an official.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I like that part when you won the SPN thing here in Albuquerque doing an interview when you said, "Listen, this is our brother, bro." It's like a lot of people like tell us like, "Why you support him? Why don't you kick him out?" Would you kick out your brother? Would you kick out your sister when they get in trouble?
No, that's
what type of nonsense is that?
Speaking of that,
John Jones been with this team for like longer than a lot of guys.
See, I mean, John Jones was another. Him and Holly Holmes, they really was like kin to me when I first came. I mean, seriously, Holly Holmes was the first.
I've never seen Holmes.
She hates that though.
But listen,
you okay?
Check it out.
It's a Chicago thing.
Holly, when I first came to the gym, first thing she did was pull me to the side and say, "Let's spar." And I'm like,
who's this chick?
Really?
I know who she is.
And she hit you very hard in the head.
I caused myself trying to, play around with her because she a female. And then she bust my fucking nose open. She was like, welcome. She got mad and was like, she wanted me to spar with it. And when she bust my nose, I saw John Jones and everybody look over to the side. Everybody laughing at me. I think you was there. And everybody was laughing and I was like,
that's called initiation.
I kind of got pissed off. I was like, motherfucker.
Welcome to the
team. Welcome to the team.
When Holly Holm busts your nose, you're legit.
No, speaking on to reiterate on what you're saying about John Jones. My thing is, here's the thing. If you get to know John Jones, he's a really cool guy, right? Now, my thing is, and this, people that's tuning in and listening to this, now, I'm not saying if, I'm saying when I make my debut in the UFC. When I make my debut in the UFC, how they always ask you, they always say, is there anybody specifically you want to fight and this and that? And honestly, I'm just letting it be known right here, right now, before we even get there. The guy at number 3, I don't know what this damn dude name, whatever. He got into it with
Colby Covington.
Yeah, that guy.
Colby.
I want his ass.
Oh shit.
I want him, and it's personal because I feel like what I'm saying.
He talked bad things about John and the camp.
But not just the fact they talking bad things about John Jones is one thing, but to talk about a person who can't really defend himself now, he's handicapped right now. He's crippled. He can't do anything. Yeah. He's fighting a bigger situation.
To bring his family into this.
You're a different weight class. To talk about Ben's family, his career, and all that stuff, and to throw dirt on the man while he's already down. That's like taking advantage of an old person, a disability, and someone like he can't fight, but since he can't fight, I want to fight him.
There you go.
So therefore, it is personal.
And you deep down know inside that you would. shit your pants if you ever would said it to John Jones' face.
Exactly.
Just exactly what you did when Verdun freaking threw a boomerang.
Exactly.
You start backpedaling,
You start
got
calling the
quiet,
police on him,
start
trying to-
backing up, and then FaceTiming it.
Yeah,
While when Verdun was there, gazillion people in
Talking about
between,
lawsuits.
and then you hit me in the face. Really?
And then you're gonna press charges.
And you
after.
press
Yeah,
charges.
what type of pussy shit is that? Excuse my language and everything,
100%,
but
bro.
you know, at the end of the day, that's what made me so upset because when I saw that, I was like, listen. Now, not the fact that he's my brother, that's one thing. But the shit on anybody, it could have been anybody, not Will, it could have been anybody else around. When some person is already at their low and people are already trying to bury them and putting the nails in the coffin,
So-
why do you got to come in and help and
Sean
fix it?
Shelby-
It got nothing to do with you.
You sign this guy up so he can go
Oh yeah, most definitely. I go
Colby's ass.
I
Yeah.
go get 3 real quick. and
Albuquerque
I'll
is
go-
really mad that Colby Covington.
Just
man.
we need
Albuquerque-
somebody from Jackson Wink to just go kick his ass since he hates us so much.
I guarantee you.
And Maurice is
if they
stepping
put the
up.
dude- if they put the dude in front of me, I guarantee you he can't humble himself. And since he like to talk shit and he don't know how to shut the hell up, I'm gonna wire his jaw shut where he can't talk.
There you
If
go.
they put him in front of me, I'm gonna break it.
Yeah.
So that's period. He ain't got a choice. So you know,
We'll put that call out on in the Rebs, man. It's gonna be
real,
everywhere.
man.
Watch.
And this is
Yeah.
kind of guys
Official call out.
No, man. Hey,
And this is a this is a guy can do
I
it.
say it like this. We could put a closed caption. Hey,
Hashtag.
Hashtag. Hey, Kobe, the goons are out.
And then we'll send Will Santiago after you too.
Goons are out, man. We coming, boy.
hey, guarantee so we ain't missing. We ain't missing. 5 minutes is a long.
These two are
time.
coming after you, man. Forget Conor McGregor and Irish Mob, man. This
Yeah.
is the shit.
You want to be famous, we're gonna make you famous. You want that money, we can plan a whole story behind this. You can put the highlight reels up and you can talk your shit. And I'm just gonna talk with these fists as soon as I get the chance. If I get the chance, so if they reading this, they hearing this. Hey, I don't care if it's him or me shooting one of us.
Well, we got a lot of adrenaline going on, and we love that because you're going to need it. Let's get through tomorrow night first,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
and we're excited about that. But we got some weigh-ins here in about
let you go.
45 minutes,
Yes.
so we're going to wrap this up and head on out there. But you know what? It's a pleasure having you guys on the show.
Your
One
family, guys. You definitely
man.
adopted
definitely.
sons of Albuquerque. That I would say adopted
Thanks.
sons. Like,
No, man,
sons of
thanks,
Albuquerque.
thanks for having
Sons of Albuquerque, man.
Before we tune out, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, CBD Boutique here
100%.
here in Albuquerque.
I got
you know.
something to give you guys too. Where's that product?
Yeah.
That we got. Give it to me real quick.
Yeah, we got some cool.
So first of all, you can get discounts, right? That maybe we already given to you, but here's more. This is punch cards. Okay, punch cards. You can get
Your
discounts.
very own samples of some CBD oil
Yeah,
and
this
that's
is,
that's actually the WADA approved one that
it
they're
doesn't have
passing
any
out
traces
there.
of THC and stuff.
Okay.
If you
It
do
doesn't
worry
or
about
doesn't?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's the totally legit
Yeah.
stuff. That
We just actually re-signed with CBD Boutique for a long-term sponsorship.
Nice.
I keep saying sponsorship. I hate that word. Partnership. They're
Yeah.
great people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Billy is one of the owners. He's gonna be actually at the fights tomorrow,
Good,
supporting
good, man.
you. And
Yeah, he's taking his
Diego
his
Diego
family.
Sanchez is working with him closely too. Diego is.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so if you guys see him, wearing a Hecka shirt or whatever the product that they
For
do,
sure.
say
Got
hi,
you.
give him a shout out because we're gonna do good things with them, and it's a great people, good company, local.
Shout out to the Hecka crew. We
the
appreciate
potential
you.
could be your partners as well in the future because they're loving what we're doing and they're looking at everyone and kind of like as they grow, we grow, and vice versa.
For sure, man. No, man. I'm again. Thanks for having us, guys. Anytime, anytime you need anything, man, just holla at me. You know where I live.
Well, I'm gonna need you tomorrow afternoon for some
Very
some
looking
bola menudo.
forward.
So
Really looking
Thanks.
forward. We'll be there at cage side, guys.
For sure,
like,
man.
Most definitely.
I'll be
man.
watching.
Have a good night.
thanks, guys. See you again. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Through these doors walk the greatest fighters in the world.